Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. I think this is video number 3 now. And we've talked about just getting started. We've talked about food and resources. We've got our raw crops ready to harvest. We're going to have workers coming over here. Looks like somebody's already here working. Mr. Montserrat Serrano, 19 years old. Uneducated, but you know what? He's doing just fine working at the sugar plantation. So you can see we're gonna have we already see we have an output of stock for sugar of 313. Guys, we need somewhere for that to go. That's not gonna get a whole lot of money. So fortunately, in the colonial era, we're gonna focus on industry now, and with industry, we actually have a building that we can build. The rum distillery processes sugar to produce rum. Hell yes, I'm going to do that. And what I want to do is I need to figure out where to put it. Now, this is important in colonial era because you don't have unlimited money. I mean, unless you're playing unlimited money, you really need to focus and think about where you want to build your industry, because you don't want to build it like way far away from your crops. You know, if you have sugar here, you want to build rum distilleries somewhere nearby, but you also don't want to build it like, you want to have it near housing as well, so people in colonial era are not having to, like right now, for example, I'm getting ahead of myself, but people here, let's look at somebody, let's look at Jose. Let's look at Jose. He is living in this house right here, but yet he works at this plantation, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's not a far walk at all. But say somebody lives in this house. Let's say somebody lives in this house and works all the way up here in this plantation. That's a long walk. That's quite a ways in the colonial era. They have to come all the way home, we go all the way here, and they're not going to be producing while they're not at work. So these people that are kind of grayed out, they are not producing. They are not producing from this plantation. So what we need to do is we need to think about two things here. We need to think about industry, where we want to build it, and we also need to think about housing and how close we want to build housing. And it's not overly important, don't stress about it, but it is, at least starting out, you want to think about where you want to go. So give me 1 minute and I'll catch you guys in just a second. I'm going to figure out where I want to build this. Guys, so one thing I forgot to do was I completely forgot to check the buildings that have already been built, and we've got some upgrades. Now this is going to touch back on the last episode. So we got the Fisherman's Wharf built. We need to go ahead and upgrade this. Shellfish, it provides an additional source of food for our Tropicans to harvest. So it's not a whole lot, but it's good enough. We're going to do that. Also, coconut harvester. Pay attention to these upgrades because these are important. This one's only $300, yet it increases job quality by 5 and increases efficiency by 15. Of course, we're going to do that. That's an easy one. So pay attention. These two are big ones. I mean, they're pretty cheap, and you want to do both of those. You get additional food source, and you get additional job quality plus extra efficiency. So with that being said, let's focus back on industry. I've kind of got a good idea now. I see some spots where I want to put these guys, and they're going to go rum distillery, 9,600. That's okay. We can afford it. We're going to put one right here in this gap. I think it's a good little spot. I mean, we're not worried too much about industry at this point. We don't have a whole lot yet. We're going to make this kind of like a centralized town. It's not going to be like industry in one spot, resources another spot, housing up here. You know, it's going to be all spread out. So let's throw down one rum distillery here. We're going to hold the shift button because we're going to build two of these guys. One's going to go right here, and another one's just going to go on the other side right there. So we're going to get those guys built, and I will catch you guys in just a minute because there's really not a whole lot else we can do before we start getting into more topics. So we might have to break it up. You know, I'm trying to do this the best way I can. This is all new to me on YouTube. I'm just having fun with this, guys. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in just a second. Alright, so while we're still here, I figured I could talk about the rest of the industry because we do have lumber mill and we do have tannery. Now, if you have the DLC and you have prices that are going to fluctuate, your rum may take a hit. You know, it's kind of, I actually really like that DLC. I don't have it right now, and I don't have any of the DLC, but it's a good idea to have multiple industry. Although in colonial era, it's not too big of a deal. I would do lumber mill before I would tannery because you can produce leather. You can also produce leather from crocodiles. So you're not really gaining anything with tannery. You're putting hides from cattle into something that you could already produce from crocodile. So if you want to get leather going, just try to find some green ground for crocodile, and that's all you need. So the tannery is not really something I would recommend. Rum distilleries for sure the way to go starting out in Colonial era. Lumber mill is also good if you have a lot of logging camps, because these things are very cheap. The budget is not high. They only take 6 workers instead of 8 versus a sugar plantation. So you can't really go wrong with logging or with rum, either one. And lumber mill is also a good one to go with, because once you build lumber mill, you're going to have access to a shipyard, furniture. You can see here lumber produces logs, or processes logs to produce planks. So once you get planks, you can now process planks to produce boats. You can process planks to produce furniture. And if you have the DLC, there's a lot more content out there, and I might grab that soon. But I just wanted to show you guys this, and I don't think this episode's going to be too long. So we're going to let this roll for just a little bit, and you're going to focus on what's happening in the island here. You can see these plantations look a little goofy. They do look a little goofy. They're only providing, you know, that's not much at all being processed, but we don't need it for anything. This is 5% efficiency, but we only need it for the output for our Tropicans. That's all we need. That is all we need. And once we build a grocery, that'll go in there as well. And we now have a crown demand. We will accept this.
The crown demands.
Alright guys, so we were just waiting along for our buildings, our rum distilleries to get built, and Sophia pops up, wants us to do the loot raid. Now I really don't like this demand because it takes quite a while, but I want to show you guys this. So we're gonna go ahead and accept that. We're gonna go, you know, you can click the raid button here and you can bring up your pirate code. You can see we've got 810 raid points, so not a whole lot yet. And if we go over here, one thing I'm actually going to do, guys, is I'm going to crank this budget up all the way. It's not that much of it. It's only $78. It's not a huge difference. $26 a month. And in World War era, we can actually increase this efficiency by 15%. So again, pay attention to those upgrades. Those are very important. So she wants us to complete a loot raid. It doesn't matter which one you do. Let's click on the pirate code here. We've got all these raids, all of these raids. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is actually, let's go ahead and just loot the sugar, because we've got rum distilleries that are being built. Why not put sugar and transport it into the rum distillery? So we're going to do that. We got 1,000 points now. We just bumped that up, and then we got to wait 990 more points, and then that'll get going. And one of the pirate codes, I think I think it's a really awesome building. I also just completed a trade route, and we're going to get into a whole separate episode with trading. But I just wanted to show you guys what was happening with this island. And look at that, our rum distilleries are now built, and we're going to get into the whole resource management, so that's going to be a whole separate video as well. But we got our industry going, guys. We got crops, we got raw resources, we've got industry. We need to focus on military, and we need to focus on Teamsters next. So I'm not sure which one will be the next video. Stay tuned. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Peace.